Yeah. So
we started a few. Yeah.
So when we see registrations, plentiful of registrations. So instead of keeping it towards the later period, the plan was to have them in for quick interview, because this time the plan is to do interview for SM and MEM both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, also
Morning.
because
Morning,
of the.
everybody.
Hey, good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Vasco. How are you, Deborah?
How are
Good,
you?
thank you. Is
Yeah.
everything okay? Yes.
Right.
A little bit tired, but I assume everybody is going to be in the same situation. So nothing new.
Talk about it.
Okay, so here we are. We are starting in a couple of minutes. Shahid will let everybody in 2 minutes. And just to recap, I'm going to do the few introduction slides, then hand over to Vasco, and then Chiara will go over the slides about Bocconi in general, and then we hand it over to Deborah.
Okay, fine.
And then Swati.
Head of Major Events
And then-
Management, and then Dr. Swati for the application process, etc. Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Let me just. Can you see that? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Vasco, you started this one basically.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Shahid, let's wait 1 minute and then we admit everybody.
Okay.
Just tell us when you go ahead.
I'm admitting them all.
Okay. Hello everyone. We have a few still joining. Sama, Vivian.
Sama again is coming in.
Yeah.
He has
Great.
registered for all the 3 days.
Fantastic. Great. And if others join, we let them in. Hello, everyone. Good morning or afternoon or maybe evening, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome. My name is Michele Petocchi. I'm head of business development of Josoor Institute, the education and training division of the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy. Today, we have an opportunity to tell you more about our flagship diploma programs in sports and major events management in partnership with SDA Bocconi School of Management, the business school of Bocconi University. We will take you through a short presentation to give you a bit more information about Josoor, about the program, about some of the features and modules and topics the program will focus on, and we will give you some information about application process, etc. And then we will welcome questions. Here with me are my colleague Vasco Curcian, Head of Education and Training for Josoor. I will hand over the floor to him in a few minutes. And then we have the SDA Bocconi team led by Professor Deborah Raccagni, who is the responsible for the major events management program, and who will tell us more about both programs. And then Chiara Bigotto, coordinator of the program, who will tell us a little bit more about Bocconi in general and why it makes a lot of sense for us to work with SDA Bocconi. And then here in Doha, Dr. Swati Prasad, education manager, working with Bocconi and Josoor, and constantly in touch with our students and our applicants. She will give us a bit more information on the application process. Let me share with you just a few background slides for those who are not entirely familiar with Supreme Committee and with Josoor Institute. Josoor Institute, as I said at the beginning, is the education and training arm, training division of the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, which is basically the organization, the government organization in charge of preparing Qatar to deliver the Football World Cup in 2022. The vision of Josoor under the umbrella of the Supreme Committee is to unlock the potential of professionals in the sports and events industry in Qatar and more broadly the MENA region. It's a very powerful emerging industry vertical that we are working on. And obviously the mission to deliver a fantastic World Cup in 2022, involving directly these individuals that have studied or will be studying at Josoor. If we look at the strategic objectives of Josoor Institute, first of all, we are becoming a key regional provider of education and training and other knowledge services in sports and events management, and that would be the human capital and business and economic dynamism in a new emerging sector. Secondly, we want to take part and contribute directly to the success of the FIFA World Cup 2022, which is a really unique booster of the sports and event industries for the coming decades. And more in general, third, we would love the human capital that we help build and the experiences that we create to contribute to the growth of the knowledge-based economy in Qatar and the region after the FIFA World Cup. Vasco, I would hand over the floor to you to give us a set of general information about the professional diploma before going more into detail with the Bocconi team. Floor is yours.
Thank you, Michele. Hi, everyone. As my colleague Michele mentioned, my name is Vasco. I had the education and training at Josoor. I've been working at Josoor since 2013, since its inception. And just to add to what Michele has mentioned, we are in a unique position within the Supreme Committee, within Al Bida Tower, to really cater in two very general and main topics of sports and events in general. And we do consider these two industries as a hand-in-hand industry with each other, and of course, also a motivation for Josoor to be part of this quite outstanding journey. Also to mention that the Josoor Institute is considered to be a legacy project, a legacy element, which will not only continue throughout the World Cup, but also give its support and help all entities within the sports and events in the so many events to come and so many sport opportunities later after the World Cup. Just to focus on this slide, so the diploma program is divided into two main programs, one in sports management and the second in major events management. These two programs will continue and start at the same time whenever we launch the program. So any delegate, and delegate is the terminology we use for the student, is will be needing to be registering for either the sports management or the major events management. These programs are designed to really enhance the knowledge and the skills for many people who are either at the beginning of their career, such as graduating from universities, or who are in their mid-level careers, either from the sport industry or even not. And these transitions and these opportunities provide the knowledge for them to require either in their work or on a professional basis, or even if on a personal desire of knowledge. As mentioned, both programs are delivered and designed with our partnership of the SDA Bocconi School of Management. And we are very proud and happy that the faculty have really dedicated their time, their effort in the past few years to design the programs. And of course, with the challenging times of the COVID-19, have really proven themselves impeccable in the delivery and their efforts and constant efforts to maintain the engagement of all the students, even if it were delivered remotely. General attributes of these programs: it's an opportunity for the students and or the delegates themselves to encompass and be part of a larger network, a network which is combining both from the sports and events industry. And then, of course, it is based and broken down into lectures, best practices from either the speakers or the designers or guest speakers from the sport and events world. And these speakers will have key sessions highlighting their achievements during their career, and of course maintaining a good level of communication, and not to least to forget the challenges that they've been facing either in their career or off track or on track. Of course, as I mentioned in the beginning, the remote delivery platform has been shown its advantages. Definitely, we are looking in the future to have a more hybrid format of having both face-to-face and virtual delivery. However, at the moment, we're continuing to have a virtual delivery. And of course, these kind of platforms also help us. Technology is always evolving, and I think we all agree that it has evolved very fast in the past few years, especially within remote delivery. So there are so many analytics, diagnostic tools that are being used during our sessions by our professors to maintain the engagement, breakout rooms for smaller groups, final projects for a member of 3 to 4 people, delivering that. And of course, whenever possible, we always maintain our unique opportunity within the Supreme Committee and the football family in specific, and of course the sports family in general, where we maintain these relationships and we try to provide the utmost opportunities whenever it's applicable, when it comes to field visits, when it comes to access to stadiums, when we have the chance to take our delegates to the behind the scenes. So we always try to make use of these situations and provide these opportunities. You will find out more information with our colleagues from SDA Bocconi. If there are any questions for either myself and Mr. Michele, please don't hesitate. I will hand the floor to Chiara. Maybe I will also just let you guys know about this kind of quick history. So we are at the moment delivering the cohort 5, meaning the 5th version of our diploma program. And we're almost going to be done towards the end of the year, before December. And then this year, uniquely, we are going to also relaunch our cohort 6, which will be starting in September. These are just some data for you to know in terms of students recruitment about and the breakdown of that diagnostics in the table in front of you. And of course, cohorts 3, 4, 5 are done and delivered with SDA Bocconi. As for the previous cohorts of cohort 1 and 2, who were delivered in 2015, 2016, and 17, they were also done with previous partners such as Georgetown University, Leeds Beckett, and University of Liverpool.
Thank you, Vasco.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you have questions for Vasco, feel free to keep them in mind for the end of the presentation. And Chiara, the floor is yours for a more general overview of Bocconi and some details on the program.
Thank you, Michele, thank you, Vasco. Hi, everybody, I'm Chiara, and as Michele mentioned at the beginning, I'm the coordinator of the 2 diploma programs. So I work for SDA Bocconi, and I coordinate the faculty and the team, and I'm in relation with all the Josoor team in order to deliver in the best way possible our diploma programs. This is our beautiful new campus, and we like to show it because it's a kind of symbol that represents a bit our constant reach of innovation and our sense of excellence that we always try to reach in all the projects that we lead. So we really like to show it because due to COVID, it has not been so utilized, but we hope that soon we can really have it in a real full time version. So in the next slide, we will show a bit how the Bocconi system works. So we have Bocconi University and SDA Bocconi, which is the School of Management of Bocconi University. And we are, of course, all part of the same family. And the most important thing about this network is that there is a really huge group and network of alumni, and they are all over the world. So this is a really big opportunity also for the delegates from Josoor Institute in order to get in touch with a lot of people from of course, from the sports industry and events industry worldwide. And we really like to invite some speakers and professionals of these 2 fields in order to get the delegates more engaged in the industries. So we really like to say that we build a bridge between Doha and Milan, and they are 2 leading cities in sports and event industry. And with the knowledge and innovation and expertise of SDA Bocconi, we hope to really help Josoor Institute and the Supreme Committee to reach their goal to become a really hub of events and sports industry worldwide. So these are instead some numbers of rankings and accreditations that we had in the past years. And on top of this, we like also to remind the FIFA Master, which is our flagship course of the Sport Knowledge Center, that since many years is the first master according to sport business. And of course, this is like a symbol to say that we really like to be engaged in this program, and we really hope to bring our expertise and innovation, and we put all our efforts on this. So now I leave the floor to Professor Deborah Cagni, who will get more details and go more in deep about the 2 diploma programs.
Thank you, Chiara. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Michele. Thanks, Chiara. Good morning, everybody. Nice to virtually meet you all. I'm Deborah, Professor of Marketing at SDA Bocconi and the Deputy Academic Director of the Diploma Program in Major Event Management, and one of the professors that you will have the possibility to meet in the Diploma Program in Sport Management. I know that you have, Vasco has, and I thank him, already introduced something about the structure of the diploma program. Now I want to enter a little bit in detail about the content of what you're gonna see throughout this journey. Let me start with the diploma program in sport management. As you might see from this slide, as a participant, you will have the opportunity to address all the most relevant topics for really understanding the requirements and the complexity that is involved in the management of sports. You will start having a focus on the foundation of sport management, then you will have the opportunity to have a better understanding about how to design a strategy that involves all the marketing aspect that may be connected to the management of clubs, sport connected organization, but also discussing about the role of sponsorship and how to communicate in sports with an understanding and an eye to the digital component of that. Then we will see the impact that technology might have in the sport management industry. And then we will move to see together how we can design the right strategy and the right business model for dealing with all the sport organization. In conclusion, you will have the possibility to see how to deal with the sport event and then understand which are all the dynamics that might be connected from a sport law perspective. Moving to the next slide, you will see that all the sports, since all the sports are strongly interconnected, and they have one specific aim that is actually the goal to deliver a unique learning experience. As a participant, you will have the chance to interact not only with the SDA Bocconi professor, but also with this international network that we have the chance to have developed, also thanks to the FIFA Master that was named by Chiara before, and also connection with several local guest speakers who are gonna bring their expertise into the field and try to add value to what all the professors are gonna discuss in terms of learnings and takeaways with you. This network in terms of contact includes different kind of international sport organization, from Formula One to different clubs, football clubs, Barcelona, Inter, Milan, but also like International Basketball Association, NBA, as well as local leading organization like Aspire, QSL, and the QFA. Here you find the idea of which are going to be the main takeaways and opportunities in terms of learning. As you might recognize, it's not just a matter of developing, let me say, hard skills or just deepening the business insight in the sports, but thanks to the way in which the diploma program has been designed, you will have also the opportunity to develop several other soft skills that are one of the topic that will be also discussed in both diploma programs. Talking about both diploma programs, let me move now to the MEM, or Major Event Management Diploma Program. As a sport management is a professional diploma, in this case, the aim is to train individuals who want to know the codes of event design, planning, and implementation. For this reason, we have conceived a journey that starts with the exploration of the world of events, both in terms of a variety and in terms of models that can be applied for their management, considering either creative and or the operational part of it. That is something extremely important. Getting into the detail of the topics that will be addressed, in the second part, as you might see from block 4 to block 6, to complete the framework, the program turns to a focus on people management and volunteering, and on marketing strategies for dealing with event marketing communication in a digital and a traditional environment. In conclusion, we are going to have a focus on the state of the art, or we are going to move, from the state of the art to the overall appraise of the future of the events and its trends. Those that were actually trends several years ago, such as the discussion of virtual events, now are actually kind of events that we're gonna learn and integrate within the overall diploma program. Moving to the next slide, at the end of this journey, you will be able to know the overall event ecosystem and its peculiarities, and so know how to deal with different typologies of event. As a per industry, we will discuss about the sport, cultural events, art-related events, business-connected events. As per size, even though the focus is on major event management, we will have a deep understanding about how to learn from mega events, but also how to adapt all the different peculiarities of this kind of events also to local typologies of events. But also for spaces. So we're going to discuss how to deal with different typologies of venues, from stadiums to arena to public plazas, and also per places, since we are going to assume a multicultural approach with a deep focus on the MENA region. Then we will also learn, realize, in some way discover how to select, manage, and engage the right team for your event, how to position and promote your event from a marketing perspective, measuring your capability to create value for all the stakeholders that are actually involved in the event itself. And especially in contexts such as the one that we are living, we are going to analyze and interpret all the key trends in the event industry.
Thank you very much, Deborah.
More than welcome. Any question, I'm here for.
Yes, thank you so much. Let us move on to the administrative requirements of the program. And may I hand over the floor to Dr. Swati to give our guests a bit more information. Swati, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Michele. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well and keeping safe amidst the COVID situation. So until now, you have got to know a bit about what Josoor Institute is and what's the diploma program all about, sports management, major events management. So now we come to the point where we understand what are the applications requirement. And the requirement is very simple. Two aspects. One, that we need candidates possessing bachelor's degree from accredited institution. Second, that you should have good command in English, solely because of the delivery of the program is in English. The discussions that you would be doing along with your peers will be in English. The submission of assignments will be in English. However, having said that, we do provide simultaneous translation in Arabic. But that's just for your understanding's sake, because the other deliverables from your end to the program, to the, in the sake of submission and all, has to be done in English. So this is where the application begins. Once you are in the program, in order to graduate, you have to regularly attend the classes, not just by physically being present there, but also you have to participate in the discussion. You have to provide your input. You have to provide us with your experience, because it's a collaborative learning environment at times. And so that is what is needed from your end. So the program is divided into 6 blocks. That's 6 weeks of education. So after each week, you have the assignments that you need to submit. There'll be 2 pieces of assignment that you have to submit. And towards the end of the program, you will have to do a final project in group, which will be submitted in the last block. So this is all about, once you successfully complete and you furnish all the requirements, you graduate and you get certificates. So about the registration link, you'll have to visit Josoor Institute website, and all the necessary and other information you will find on the website. Other than that, about the fees, which is Qatari Riyal 33,000, and also about the scholarship. The next slide would be more about the tenure or the timeline of your education in the diploma program with us, which starts from September, and that will you'll complete in the month of March 2022. This is also published on the website. So just in case if you miss out on taking down notes now, you can always visit to our website. And the next slide will show how you can contact us. You can always reach out to us with delegate@josoorinstitute.qa. Also the website that I've been mentioning to you, which is www.josoorinstitute.qa. If you have any questions, we are now open for the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati, and thank you everyone who's presented before you. So questions, the floor is yours. Questions are welcome. You can ask a question verbally. You can ask it in chat. Don't be shy. Okay, so maybe the presentation was quite clear. Good, good.
So we have.
I see some questions. Thank you for the presentation. I have several questions. Requirement of English language. Swati, could you maybe elaborate a little bit more on this requirement?
Yeah, sure. So if you are a degree holder of a university where your medium of education was in English, I think that should satisfy the need. But otherwise, if you have graduated from any other any university, for example, it's a French speaking or Arabic, then we need proof of your English command, either in the form of IELTS test score or TOEFL. That should be it. But other than that, we would be also briefly interviewing you. So during the interview also, we'll be able to at least understand your level. So I think that should be it.
Yes, and I would also like to add that some of our colleagues at Josoor, including Vasco, are fluent in Arabic, either Arabic mother tongue or fluent in Arabic. So do not hesitate to reach out to us in any of the two languages, and it's very important for us to to get to meet you and to understand your goals and to see together whether there are some aspects of language that we can support you with. Another question is, who is eligible for scholarship? I would give a very brief answer. Josoor has a number of partner organizations from the sports and football family, which have a degree of access to scholarships. I want to make clear that in any case, a scholarship is awarded based on the merit of the candidate. So there is an interview before awarding a scholarship. And then in addition, people from any organization are welcome to apply and to request a scholarship, giving us motivations, and we carefully consider their request. Yeah, I see another question on scholarship. Very important. First, you have to apply, and once you have applied, you apply for the scholarship. So there is no such an application for scholarship before a full application is handed in. Yeah. I see a question in Arabic. Vasco, if you are there, if you could.
Asking about is there any age restrictions? I can answer in both languages.
Sure.
So just to continue in English, the only age restriction we are asking if the person actually has completed a university level. So it depends on whether the age is above 18 or not. But there is no age restriction as long as these two conditions are met, having a bachelor's degree and of course having a good commanding English. I'm going to switch to Arabic.
Please.
السلام عليكم. بالنسبة للسؤال العربي عن الفئات العمرية ما في رقم معين على الفئة العمرية، أما في شرطين أساسيين إنه يكون حاصل على شهادة بكالوريوس ويكون ملم باللغة الإنجليزية. فمجرد ما نحن نقول انه حاصل على شهاده بكالوريوس معناها ما لازم العمر يتراوح بين 18 وما فوق. اما بالنسبه للشرط الاساسي ما في شيء عن العمر. شكرا.
Thank you, Vasco. There is a question from Nurlan. Swati, the application process also includes interviews. Yes. What are other parts of the application that we pay a lot of attention to, like motivation letter, transcripts? What is formally and what is informally important?
So when they will go to the website and will start to submit, there will be prompts on different documents that they will be required to upload. Actually, it will be more onto the transcript or your degree certificate, your CV, your photograph, then your copy of your passport, and QID. These are the few things that the site will prompt you to upload. Other than that, yes, there is a process of interview, which you will be invited formally through the Zoom link. And that's basically an informal interview just to know and understand you. And if you have any questions, then we can help you understand. And thereafter, you will receive the confirmation of admission if you are, in the program. So yeah, that is it.
Thank you, Swati. If I may add to that, one of the goals of Josoor is to feed and nurture, to create a strong professional network in sports and events management for Qatar and the region. So anything that you would like to highlight for us in terms of your motivation, in terms of value that you would be adding to the network, in terms of even project ideas that you have, that is something that we value a lot the moment we consider your candidature. There are another two questions. In chat, I saw just one moment. Usama, you raised your hand. Usama.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Fine, very fine. Sir, I am open your website. Yesterday, you said me open your website, Josoor website. I open, but I cannot find any scholarship program application form there.
Have you visited? Yeah. If you let me send you the link to the education page of the Josoor website, so you can find the link directly. I will put it in the chat right now. Just one
okay,
moment.
sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, bear with me.
What is the requirement for the apply?
Pardon me?
Sir, apply for the scholarship requirement.
Yes, to register.
You need to first apply. So if you visit again the page I sent you, you will find apply now. First you apply, and then there is the section about the scholarship at the bottom of the page. To apply for scholarships, click here.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
If you cannot find it, feel free to send us an email. Thank you, Jafar, for your two questions. First question, just for clarity, the classes are virtual, but attendance is physical. Where will these classes be held? It's a good answer. It's a good question, and in a way, you give the answer. At the moment, as Vasco mentioned earlier, all Josoor activities are delivered online. The SDA Bocconi team has done an amazing job in shifting from offline to online nearly overnight back in spring last year. And we are continuing at the moment to deliver online. Because this is a program that is meant to be in physical delivery, no matter the success the online version is experiencing, we hope to get back to the physical delivery as soon as possible, and we will keep everybody posted about when that will be possible. Hopefully in the fall. Where will these classes be held? As soon as we start again with physical or hybrid, let's say, delivery, classes are held in spaces which are made available to Josoor by different partners. Sometimes we have field visits, etc. But they happen in Doha. Maybe the general answer is in Doha, in the city of Doha. To your second question, Jafar, my bachelor's still hasn't been attested, legalized by relevant authorities for use in Qatar. I would really suggest you to send your application mentioning this aspect, and we will be happy to consider your application while also bearing in mind some basic criteria. So and sometimes we also happen to contact the university or the school of the candidate to ask for clarifications. But if you think you like the topic, if you think you have the qualities to be part of a strong group, we really encourage you to apply, Jafar, and then we see if anything can be done on that particular thing. I hope this answers your questions. Could I attach another question from Nurlan? Could I also attach additional materials to the system, or is it preferred to send them via email? Swati, is that better by email or through the system?
So the system will prompt you for the documents to be attached, and that should be it, unless we contact you for additional documents.
Okay, perfect. Any other question or comment?
Sir, I am already says you, I am not find there is any form or application. As
Okay,
said
so
me,
let me say, okay, let me, can you see the chat of the?
Yes, sir, I can send you SS.
This is the page where you can apply. You have to create, if you haven't created an account yet, you need to create an account, and then through which you apply. And then once you have applied, you go to this link here, which is the scholarship application. I want to make clear once again, one thing is the application and the other thing is the scholarship application. So first the application, and second the scholarship application. Usama, if you cannot access these two links I have just put in the chat, send us an email and we'll get it fixed for you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will check and let you.
Where are you based, by the way?
Sir, I am from Pakistan.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The reason why I'm asking is also that, as we said, we hope that the diploma can continue as soon as possible in physical delivery. In case, as we hope that happens soon, the participants in the program will have to sort out their logistics, traveling, visa, primarily on their own. We can obviously provide with an attestation that you are enrolled in the program, but we cannot provide with structured visa embassy type of services. Last two questions from Jafar. When is the next intake after the September one? The answer is we don't know yet, but what we know is that the next edition of the program starts in September. It is going to be distributed over 6 months, which is a slightly shorter period of time vis-a-vis the past editions. The reason for that is that we cannot overlap much with the technical delivery of the World Cup, which is, as you may remember, nearly 500 days away. And then what does the diploma state? What does the diploma state? Jafar, what do you mean exactly? What do you see? What do you read on the diploma? Swati, would you like to?
Yeah. So it says it's a certificate, diploma certificate, which will be presented to you if you successfully complete the requirements of the professional diploma in either major events management or sports management. And if you get it with distinction, that will be a note that you have passed with distinction. And that will be signed by SDA Bocconi University and Supreme Committee in Josoor Institute. So that would be, how it looks like.
Madam, I have a last question. What is the education requirement?
You need to have at least a bachelor from a university, so like the first 3-4 years of university, college level, etc. And yeah, that's the basic academic requirement.
Sir, 2 years cannot be able to apply this bachelor.
It depends. In general, no. In particular, it depends what you have studied for 2 years, what area. The quality of English also makes a bit of a difference here. It depends, but feel free to apply. And if there is anything in your application which is not entirely in line with the requirements, but if we believe you are a good candidate, we want to have an interview with you. At the moment, obviously, we don't know. We are just meeting you informally, but feel free to apply if you think you have the potential.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is there any other question? I see Vivian is also in the. Vivian, are you there? Vivian is a colleague of ours at Supreme Committee working on China.
Hello, I am here.
Hello.
Thanks for asking.
What are you doing?
I'm very interested in the program. I'm just checking those details, and I'll be very happy to, well, apply for if my line manager approves. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, good
But
point.
it's a very great presentation. Very impressive, and thank you for sharing those with me.
Thank you. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with us, Vivian. And if you need any support or further explanation in terms of how the program is structured in order for the line manager to feel comfortable that you won't be disappearing, from your work, but simply slightly differently organizing your time for a few weeks, let us know. Any other question or comment? Okay, Nurlan again. Also, as far as understood, both programs are delivered with the partnership of SDA Bocconi. Yes. Could you please elaborate a little bit more on career opportunities after finishing the programs? I was interested in career opportunities in Qatar 2022 and wanted to hear that. Okay, so it's two different topics. One is the topic of career for Qatar 2022 with the Supreme Committee or with the LOC, which is the joint venture between Qatar and FIFA. For that, in particular, you may want to visit the website qatar2022.qa. There is a careers page, and if there is any interesting position you think you are a good fit for, apply. Back to the program. The program itself does not provide directly jobs, but what we provide, which we believe is very valuable, is a very intense exposure to colleagues from key organizations in sports and events management, including HR colleagues from human resources from some of these organizations. Over the last few months, we have also set up private online sessions for delegates and alumni of Josoor who are interested to spend an hour in small group with key decision makers within these organizations. So even though we cannot formally get you a job, so to speak, but we can certainly guarantee that you would get good exposure and that your network will improve, and that therefore your potential on the market will benefit from that. Employer name. Employer name, you want, Usama, what do you mean by employer name?
Sir.
I can interject here. It's actually, I think he's already applying, and that is this column called employer name. I guess this is where he's asking the question.
Okay, if you are working for an organization, you can put the name of the organization. If you're working on your own, you can put independent.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, thank you. I will.
Sorry.
Okay.
Perfect. Jafar, in regards to hours, what time of day are the classes offered? Usually, this is a very important question. So the class is during the full week, roughly from 8:30 to 3:30, 4 o'clock during the day, with some breaks. in between, because we are all human beings, both professors and students, and we have to take breaks. And it's from Sunday to Thursday. Some group work may happen outside the standard schedule, but the key schedule is Sunday, Thursday from roughly 8:30 to 4. Swati, correct? Yeah,
8:30 to 2:30.
Sorry, 8:30 to 2:30. Yeah. As it often happens, sometimes the delegates stay online because they find it interesting. So, but it's
Yes.
formally 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any other last question, comment? We are here. Otherwise, feel free to visit josoorinstitute.qa or to reach out to us through delegate@josoorinstitute.qa. Let's wait a few more seconds in case anyone has a last minute question. Otherwise, we can call it a meeting. Great. So first of all, thank you everyone, our guests, for having learned from us about the program today. I would also like to thank Deborah, Swati, and Chiara from SDA Bocconi School of Management, Vasco from Josoor, Shahid also from Josoor, who is the IT backbone. And this session will be recorded and will be made available on the Knowledge Hub of Josoor in case you want to watch it again. And as I said, we are here at your service and we want to hear from you, especially if you want to add value to this emerging sports and events industry in Qatar and the MENA region. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care, everyone.
Bye.